Love, I made a huge mistake. I'm sorry. I've been rehearsing those words in my head over and over, but nothing I say feels enough. Nothing can truly carry the weight of the pain I've caused, or the regret that's been clawing at me ever since. You didn't deserve the silence. You didn't deserve the coldness, the distance, or the hesitation. You gave me love without limits, without conditions, and somewhere along the way, I broke that sacred thing we had between us. Maybe it was fear. Maybe it was pride. Maybe it was that part of me that still doesn't believe I deserve a love like yours. But none of that justifies what I did. I hurt you. I know I did. And if I could take it back, if I could rewrite the moment I failed you, I would do it 1,000 times over. You see, when I said you were my home, I meant it. When I held you and promised I'd never leave, I wasn't lying. I was just too foolish to realize how fragile even the strongest love can become when mishandled. I see now that it wasn't one single thing, but 1,000 little ways I let you down. The missed calls, the words left unsaid, the moments where you reached for me and found me emotionally absent. And even worse, the way I tried to pretend everything was okay, when deep inside, I knew I was slowly losing something irreplaceable, you. And now, here I am, writing these words because I don't know how else to reach you. Because if I say it to your face, I might break. If I look into your eyes, I might drown in everything I've lost. You were the one person who saw through me, who held space for my darkness and still loved me through it. And I took that for granted. I assumed you'd always be there. I thought our love was unshakable, that no matter how far I drifted, you'd anchor me back. But love, real love, requires more than just presence. It requires effort, intention, a willingness to put someone else's heart above your own fears, and I failed to do that. I let my wounds speak louder than your kindness. I let my silence scream louder than your touch. And now I'm left with nothing but memories of what could have been if I had just chosen you more bravely, more consistently, more fully. I don't expect forgiveness. I don't deserve it, not yet. But I'm begging for a chance to prove that I've changed, a chance to rebuild, not from scratch, but from the truth. Because the truth is, I love you. I never stopped. Even in the moments when I acted like I didn't care, even in the hours I left you waiting, hurting, questioning, my love never left. I just buried it beneath fear and mistakes. And now, all I want is to bring it back to the surface, to show you that I've learned, that I see you now, not just as someone who loved me, but as someone I should have protected with everything I had. So please, if there's even a corner of your heart that still remembers how it felt when we laughed, when we held each other in the quiet, when we dreamed out loud, let that part speak to you now. Let it tell you that maybe we're not done yet. That maybe love, even when bruised, can still find a way to bloom again. I'm not asking for blind trust. I'm asking for one chance to prove that I can be better. For you, for us, for the love I should have fought harder to protect. And if all I can do now is love you from afar, I'll do it faithfully, but I'll never stop hoping that one day, your heart will turn back toward mine, and we'll find our way together. I don't know how to begin to explain the ache that's been living inside me ever since things fell apart between us. I've walked through every hour replaying the moments that led us here, thinking about what I should have said, what I should have done differently, and the ways I let my pride get in the way of the truth. And the truth is simple. I hurt the person I loved most in this world. I let you down. I walked away, maybe not physically, but emotionally. Mentally, I left you standing in the storm alone, while I chose silence over softness, distance over depth. And I've never hated myself more than in the moments I realized that all you ever wanted was something I was too afraid to give freely: consistency, honesty, presence. You were always the calm in my chaos, the warmth I didn't believe I deserved. You held space for all my jagged edges without trying to smooth them out. You loved me through my moods, my doubts, my disappearing acts. You stayed when most would have left. And instead of wrapping my arms around you tighter, instead of giving you reassurance when you needed it most, I retreated. I let the ghosts of my past whisper lies in my ears, and I believed them. I convinced myself I wasn't good enough for you, that you'd be better off without the broken pieces I carry inside. But now I see that in trying to protect you from the wreckage of my soul, I became the very thing that broke your heart. I know, sorry isn't enough. Words feel so empty compared to what I took from you. Your trust, your peace, your belief in us. I stole time from you that we'll never get back. I caused wounds that apologies can't always heal. But I need you to understand something. This regret I feel isn't fleeting. It's not temporary or performative. It's in my bones now. It's the way my chest tightens every time I wake up and realize I don't get to send you that good morning message. It's the way I scroll through old conversations just to hear your voice echo in my memory. It's the way I still pause every time your favorite song plays, as if the universe is reminding me of the love I so recklessly mishandled. You once told me that love, real love, is a choice, not just once, but every day, in the small things, in the patience, in the forgiveness, and I failed at that. I didn't show up on the days it was hard. I let my silence speak louder than my love. I thought you'd always wait, but that was never fair. You gave so much of yourself to me, while I gave you half versions of mine, and now, I see it so clearly. You weren't asking for perfection, you were asking for presence, for effort, for someone who would hold your hand through the doubts instead of walking away when things got uncomfortable. I realize now how selfish I was to expect you to carry both your pain and mine. I've been trying to figure out how to reach you without overstepping, because I know you're healing. I know you're learning how to breathe again without me. And that breaks my heart because I should have been the one helping you breathe, not the reason you couldn't. I picture you in moments quiet, strong, maybe a little guarded now, and I wish I could go back to that version of us that existed before I let fear get the best of me. But even more than that, I wish I could be the version of myself you believed in, the one you loved without hesitation. And maybe that version still exists, buried underneath the mistakes, waiting for one more chance to rise again. So here I am, stripped of ego, writing this not for closure, but for hope. Hope that maybe you'll read this and feel seen. Hope that you'll recognize the remorse in every word, not as a tactic, but as truth. I don't expect things to go back to the way they were. I don't expect instant forgiveness. But if there's even the smallest chance for us to rebuild something from the ruins, something quieter, slower, stronger, I'll wait, I'll fight. I'll love you better, in all the ways I failed to before. And if you need time, take it. If you need space, I'll give it. But if your heart ever whispers my name again, even in doubt, I'll be here, ready to answer with nothing but love. Because no matter how far we've fallen, no matter how broken this feels, what we had was real, and real love doesn't just vanish. It lingers, it waits, and it learns how to come back home. I don't say those words lightly. Every syllable carries the weight of my guilt, my heartbreak, and the ache of having let you down. You didn't deserve the silence I gave you. You didn't deserve the confusion I caused, the way I twisted something so pure into something heavy. And now that you're gone, now that the dust has settled, I see it clearly. I didn't just lose you, I lost the one person who truly understood me. Who saw me not just for what I appeared to be, but for who I really am underneath the layers I wear to protect myself from this world. You peeled them back with love. And I, foolishly, pushed you away with fear. I want you to know that this pain I feel, it's not temporary. It's not a passing wave. It's become a part of my days and nights. I carry it with me when I wake up and when I go to sleep. I carry it every time I think of how your eyes used to light up when you looked at me, and how that light faded because of what I did, or didn't do. There's no pretending here, no masking it. I let you down, not just once, but in 1,000 small ways that chipped away at what we were. And now I'm left with memories I don't deserve to keep, but I hold on to them anyway because they're the last pieces of you I have left. You always believed in me more than I believed in myself. That was your magic. You loved me not because I was perfect, but because you saw the potential in me to be more, to be softer, kinder, honest. And I failed you in that. I let my ego speak louder than my love. I let my fears become walls between us. And even when you tried to reach over those walls, when you extended your hand and begged me to meet you halfway, I hesitated. I shut down. I disappeared when you needed me to stand by you the most. And for that, I will forever be sorry. Some nights I wish I could go back, not to change everything, but to hold you longer, to look at you the way I should have, with gratitude instead of hesitation. To tell you all the things I kept buried inside, that you were my peace in a chaotic world, that your love was the safest place I'd ever known. I wish I had taken the time to truly understand your silences, to listen more than I spoke, to love you.